13 years ago, in a dingy rec center in the worst part of Philly, a group of wrestlers came together. They came together to start a movement. We came together to bring true pro wrestling back to true pro wrestling fans. And now here I stand in Las Vegas, Nevada, thousands of miles away, and I look around and I see our movement has become a revolution, and the revolution is alive and well. So I'll tell you what, I can't think of a better way to celebrate than to take four of the best and brightest in that locker room. 4 men who give everything they have tonight. Put them in this ring and vie for the most coveted championship I've ever strapped around my waist. The Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. Whoever walks out of that ring with that belt, your ass belongs to me. Because I am Samoa Joe. I am back in Ring of Honor. I will be the next Ring of Honor World Champion.
The champ is here.
And I am
The champ is here.
Wrestling.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Ladies
The
and
champ is
gentlemen,
here.
welcome to another edition
The
of
champ is
Four Corners
here.
Radio. Of course, I'm Billy
The champ is
Carpenter,
here.
broadcasting to you live, sort of live, from 4CR Headquarters West, and I am joined, as I am each and every week, by our ambassador from New York, Mr. Sam Dimash.
Hey! How's it going?
Pretty good. As everybody knows, Sam, you and I were not able to record last week because you were a pretty busy guy, going to wrestling shows and all that.
Oh yeah, we had our St. Patty's Day parade on Saturday. All us college kids died a little, then wrestling on Sunday.
There you go. What was it, 2CW, correct?
2CW. Young Bucks versus...
Dudley's and the Young Bucks, yes.
Yep, that match is actually online, if anyone wants to go check that out.
Now, I have yet to check it out, Sam, but what is your impression of that match? Because, like I said, I haven't seen it. Maybe a lot of people listening haven't seen it yet. Is it something to go and check out?
Yeah, it's a real hoot. It's a real hoot. I love it. It's something like, it's less than 10 minutes. So really don't need to make any time for it. It's just 10 minutes of fun stuff, though. So that's kind of wrestling I like.
Absolutely. Yeah, maybe we'll throw the link up on the 4C Radio Twitter feed. So we'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out once we're done. Sam, a lot of things since you and I spoke last. Ring of Honor had their 13th anniversary show. Evolve had a show that's... Well, let's get into that first. Let's get into the Evolve show first. It's not a Gabe Sapolsky production if it's not marred by some technical difficulties, like the 45-minute late start, which I guess was partially to blame for somebody, running over whoever was in the building beforehand.
Yeah, we started late, and I don't remember what the show was called. Do you recall?
I have no idea.
There was some random New York City Fed run building before them. It was like a double header sort of thing. Probably so Gabe could get the building on the cheap skis. And yeah, so we started like half an hour late with no one really knowing what was going on.
Yeah, I was actually trying to watch on the Roku channel. And I thought maybe there was something wrong with the Roku channel, but,
Well, to be fair, there was something wrong with the Roku channel also,
yes,
so...
Yes.
You weren't entirely wrong.
True. Yeah, once again, there was an issue with the feed going to the Roku channel. I gave up after like 10 minutes. I just went straight to the laptop after about 10 minutes of the show starting. And then I went back and watched the opening match, which was Martin Stone and Biff Busick. But overall, I thought it was a solid show. Had some decent stuff on there. A super long cage setup.
Yeah, it was like an hour. Oof.
Yes, it was.
They went Broadway with it.
And I have to say, yeah, it was like longer than a Ric Flair Barry Windham match from Worldwide in '86. But I have to say this: like, my wife does not watch wrestling at all, other than when she's forced to, or watching something on the laptop next to her. She made mention. She glanced over, and she's like, "What are they holding that cage together with?" Which was a good question. Like, it looked like lifting straps at the top of each section that were just sort of wrapped around two sections of the cage. Did not look like a very safe work environment.
Nah, it was like two popsicle sticks and some gum. And that's what they were holding the cage together with. They MacGyvered it.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting cage setup. And you would think for like an hour's worth, they would have made sure the thing was held in place. Every time somebody got thrown into it, I was just, waiting for it to fall into the crowd.
I mean, they might want to check next time, make sure the building they run in is tall enough for the cage they have. Because that cage is supposed to be sitting on the ring, but instead it had to be like put on the floor, leaning against each other. Not great stuff.
No, not good stuff. But Sam, before we break down, the matches, a little bit here, what were your overall thoughts on the show? I think you did a review for PW Ponderings, if I'm not mistaken.
I did a review for Pro Wrestling Ponderings. I enjoyed the show. I thought it was real good. One match that I wasn't a fan of, but that's about it. Everything else I thought was pretty good to great. One match in particular. So yeah, I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, very solid stuff. There was a couple of guys that I had never, actually got to see work before, or knew very little of. One of them was Martin Stone, a guy from the UK. He took on one of your favorites, one of my favorites now, Sam, Biff Busick, in the opening contest. A little short for my taste, but I thought it was a decent enough affair.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. I probably rated it higher than other people, but it was definitely my kind of match. Short, sweet, to the point. Pretty rugged stuff. Martin Stone dropped Biff with a pretty gnarly German suplex, which was
yes, he did.
Which was real good. So yeah, that was a good start of the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it ran about 5 minutes or so. Part of that, I feel like maybe it probably would have went on longer, but due to the delay in the start of the show, maybe they had to cut some time a little bit. But overall, I thought it was a decent match. Maybe we'll see the match somewhere again, maybe overseas.
Yeah, I could definitely see it happening.
So now, another act, Sam. Well, actually, I guess I should state that, after the match, Biff Busick, and this was a running theme with the microphone all night, attempted to call out Chris Hero for WrestleMania weekend, which I thought was already sort of set in stone, but I'm not 100% sure. It is now. But like I said, the microphone definitely was an issue, Sam.
Yeah, Busick, even afterwards, after he got to the back, he started tweeting about saying, dumb mic, stupid mic, and got a good chuckle out of that. That mic sucked and probably did damage a couple times on the show.
Yes, indeed. Next match, Sam, another act that I had never seen before is Team Tremendous. Taking on the team of Earl Cooter, who may have the best name in all of wrestling, Earl Cooter, and Jody Christopherson, Larry Dallas's new team.
Yeah, that was. I didn't know what to expect when they announced the match, saying it'd be Team Tremendous versus a team from Larry Dallas. And to bring in someone neat. And they didn't really bring in anyone. They Cooter and Christopherson are both part of the WWN universe, so to speak. So, but I was like, okay, why not?
There you go. Yeah, I thought Team Tremendous was fun. Like I said, I had never really seen them before. They worked in Beyond and a couple other places together, but yeah, I thought it was fun. Good fun match. Kept the show going. And Team Tremendous getting one. Officer Dan Barry and Bill Carr, who kind of reminded me of Big Bubba Rogers.
Yeah.
I think he even broke out the Bubba Slam, if I remember right.
Oh yeah. He is definitely a different type of body for independent wrestling, but he works it. He works it real well.
There you go. Like our old buddy, Roadkill, the angry Amish chicken plucker.
He's the goddamn boss man out there. Don't mess.
Another match that I thought was a lot of fun. Matt Cage making his Evolve debut against AR Fox. A little spotty, not a lot of selling, but that's okay. I was fine with it here. This was basically a showcase for Matt Cage, for this new audience, and I thought they did a hell of a job. Matt Cage certainly impressed, I think, this new audience. Of course, I'm used to him from, AEW's where I've watched most of his work, so.
Yeah, I thought Matt Cage definitely impressed, and like you said, not much selling in this, but, and by not much, I mean, there's pretty much zero of it, but it was really fun, and that's pretty much all I can ask for in this kind of match. Matt Cage hopefully gets brought back, since some of the people that first person that did the talent initiative thing that they're doing in Evolve right now, where one of their people brings in some from the outside. He hasn't been back yet. He didn't come back this weekend, so hopefully Matt Cage is sticking around. Yes.
Twitter definitely loved the match as it was going down. Definitely picked up the pace of the show. Very quick, very, sort of balls to the wall action. I dug it. Hopefully, like you said, Matt Cage gets another shot with Evolve. Hell of a talent. So, Sam, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this may have been your favorite match on the show. Chris Hero and Drew Gulak.
Yeah, I thought this was phenomenal. I know other people probably weren't as high on it as me, but I thought it was real gritty stuff, and that's my jam right there. They grappled over in the beginning, then they started getting real heated with strikes. Yeah, I just dug the hell out of this.
Yes, this to me is like Chris Hero at his best. And God, man, he really is a big dude. I hate to harp on it because everybody does, but he is. He really is. Maybe it was amplified on my laptop screen, I'm not sure, but yeah, he's a big dude. But it didn't hurt the match. I mean, these guys beat the shit out of each other. It was great. The tombstone at the end was sick. Just like you said, this isn't a match that I guess is for everybody, but it's something that not every promotion does.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what Evolve's been doing a real good job about, is bringing variety and bringing this style to a bigger audience.
That's right. Sort of like when Evolve first started. A variety of different styles, not just ROH like. So
definitely changed.
Yes, very, very good stuff. Of course, Chris Hero, post-match, would retort to Biff Busick from earlier, going as far as calling him out to the ring, saying that Biff Busick didn't have any rights, calling out Chris Hero, etc., before nailing Gulak one more time and heading for higher ground. So.
Oh, I thought that was great. I thought Hero working like a king of wrestling gimmick was great. He was just like, these bitches don't even deserve to be in the ring with me. Ah, I loved it. Can't wait for those matches.
Maybe that's who Chris Hero, maybe that's what he should be on the Indies. I don't know if he's doing it in every promotion. I think he did it with JT Dunn a little bit in Beyond when they first started last year. And they eventually became a tag team.